Yes, it's always a challenge because every year the game is completely different, so we go into our build season without having any idea what the robot could be.
Well, I've had 3 years of experience, so at this beginning of this season, I didn't think it would be that hard, but I did have a fear that it would be pretty hard since there's a lot of new freshmen and I couldn't contribute as much time, but so far so good.
In the beginning, well, I am a veteran, so I've had a little experience, but I was really curious on how our robot would turn out, so yeah, it was kind of hard to pick a certain design.
Well, actually, we accomplished a lot more, a lot quicker than I thought we would be able to, especially being a rookie team and me being the primary and sometimes only mentor. And I'm a programmer by trade, so mechanics is not my strong suit. But we managed to keep on a steady pace. We didn't try to do too much in any one day. We got a lot accomplished every day, and we kept on schedule, and we're pretty much at the end of build season have exactly what we want.
At the end of the experience, I would have to say that it turned out really well, and everyone works together really well, and I'm happy the way that everything's coming.
I thought it was like very accomplishing knowing that we got something so big and complex done like in a certain number of weeks. It felt good.
At the end of the experience, we had a fully functional robot that is going to competition. I'm happy about it, and it gives you a lot of practice with building and what you want to do in a career if you actually want to go into this field.
Well, as we began building the robot, we started with a moving chassis and started to add a manipulator. And then as we started playing the game as much as we could, manipulating the totes, we found different aspects of the geometry of the totes that rendered our first ideas maybe not as useful as we thought. So we constantly kept changing the manipulator over and over again until we think we have it absolutely perfect.
Well, I think we had many challenges, but one of the ones I mainly worked with was our container hook. And our container hook, we originally were gonna come up from the bottom and lift it up. We had some problems with that, so we actually flipped it upside down and reached out and pulled them in.
I would say the pickup, because we constantly had to change it. At the beginning we had it picking up from underneath, then we changed it to on top. We're trying to do two, so I think that was the most difficult part of the robot, is to actually getting the right pickup system. Of course, I have always had fun. I love robotics. It's always been an interest to me. I love working with my hands, and whatever I want, I get done.
Oh, this season, I've been involved in FIRST Robotics for 10 years, and this by far was the most fun season I've ever had.
Yeah, had a lot of fun.
Actually, yes, every single year, and I've been a professional engineer for almost 40 years, and I always learn something new every year. Some aspect of the game is something I've never encountered in business before when building robots or any other kind of computerized devices. And yes, this year I learned a lot about mechanical design that I didn't know before, especially the fact that some of the parts are off the shelf, all ready to go, and all we have to do is pop rivet them onto the robot instead of having to fabricate them from scratch.
Basically, just learning how Java worked with the different classes.
My knowledge going into this year was a decent amount of mechanical and electrical, and I would say that's almost doubled, and I have a lot more knowledge of that stuff now, so I'm really happy.
I learned a lot of things about using different tools in things, like bandsaws, mills, hacksaws, except I knew how to use a ruler.
I think we're going to do awesome. Again, for a rookie team to come out, I think we're going to come out swinging at our first match, and I think we're going to impress a few people.
Birthday! Happy birthday!
So what'd you get me?
Over there.
Oh, look at over there.